Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurazo here, coming at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch for you guys today. And I recently released a poll asking you guys what you guys want to see for the next discussion-esque video. I plan on doing all those topics actually as well, but you guys overwhelmingly chose my collection video, which I am going to give you guys. It was supposed to come out today, but I don't have the thumbnail ready just yet. I will in the next day or two. And I will be going over 3 binders, one of them being one of my most expensive binders, and tell you guys how I got this, how much I got for possibly, because I believe every card comes with a story, and even if they don't for some people, everyone has a couple cards in their binder, their personal binder, where it's like it has some type of sentimental reason. So do expect a long video that has a lot of awesome cards. So you guys will see that in the next day or two. Also, after that video, 5 cards out of your trade binder will come out, and the reason being is because the reason why it might be a day late actually is because I've never had 4 out of the 5 cards either get bought out or there's such a limited quantity that I don't either want to mention it. And one of those cards will actually be up here, by the way, for you guys as well, and I'll mention it when we come to it. But it was just I had to redo the whole thing, but you guys will get that very soon. Thank you guys for checking out the last Market Watch as well. We got like 50 likes on that. That's pretty awesome. If this video could get 60 likes, that would be great. If you're not subscribed, hopefully today's day earn your subscription. And the reason why you're gonna want to subscribe is because once I get about 25 more subscribers, I can release my 1500 sub special, where I'm opening up some awesome product for you guys. I actually do this thing where I wait till I'm at that sub goal to open it actually, so it's not recorded just yet actually, but once we get to 1500 subs, I can record it, release it, and you guys will probably love it. So also, if you're buying cards off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. It helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And that's anything you're buying off TCG Player. Also, consider being a YouTube channel member. Whoever's a YouTube channel member, if you are already, I just want to say thank you. And the people I want to say thank you to is Seto Kaiba's bank account, the Lone Descendant, the Harv Cardman, Carlin Necker Frisk, and Shoelace Bandit. Thank you guys for being YouTube channel members. I just really appreciate it. If you guys want to become a YouTube channel member, that'd be awesome, but you don't have to. Just being here is great. So, like usual, if you guys want me to go over any cards or let me have any bouts, let me know in the comment section below. And sorry that this whole thing was a little bit long, but I just needed to get that all out of the way for you guys. Trap does shoot, though. Dual Terminal 4 is actually being bought out. Lightly Played's at 48 and Near Mint starting about $70. Sorry about that. Actually, there is a seller with 100% 108 sales. Not too bad here. If you want to try getting these 3 copies, that's not awful. But I told you guys to get this when it was a $10 card, and when it rose up to 20, I said, well, it's expensive, but I still think it's worth it. So hopefully you got your Trap Dust Shoots a lot cheaper. That's all I have to say. Arch Nemesis Escachos here, coming out of Cherry Code Solo printing. First editions are actually $12. Now, I think this is way too much for this card, even though it's actually quite good. But it's going to get repaired soon, but it's used in some of the new decks from Ancient Guardians. I love how Ancient Guardians rose more cards out of value than its own set. When it comes to like non-collector rares. I just find that funny. Area, the Water Charmer Gentle Starlight Rare, finally getting bought out. First endurance are 500 going up to about 650. We only have 1 page left here. One of those by Lumina, which, listen, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the seller, but I've heard a lot of bad things about him. He's never, quite at the, 99.5, all that, right? But $500 here, not bad. You do have a lot of copies here, but just be careful is all I have to say. In fact, we have a mob play here for 285. I want to look at how a mob play looks. So, he has gloves on. Very respectable. So, I see this right here. A little bit of play there. Oh, it's got those dents. That's still not a bad mod play. I'm not saying pick this card up, but you know what? This is not a bad mob play. If you want, especially if you want to just play and have fun, this is the copy I'd actually probably go for and just deal with it. I mean, you're saving a lot of money, but you guys do you. Fusion Deployment out of Turiko. Now, this card was also always pretty good, and it was always, like, teched in certain decks. I know Heroes actually tried teching it for a while. 11 to $12, I mean, is what it is. Medolce Salon coming out of Attorney Code. $12. Why? Easy. Because we've got, since Attorney Code, we've been getting a lot of Madolche reprints, right? And a lot more people are looking at this second like, huh, I don't have to pay like 30s on Magdalene's. I only have to pay like $2. Oh, Chuck Lemon's not like a, $50 to $100. I could just pay $1 for it, right? Pudding cess, right? It's not like, $15, $16 for a common. Now I could pay like $1 or two for an ultra and be fine. I want to finally play this deck, right? So they might skip the tiramisus or they might just bite the bullet, right? And when it comes to new support, right, with Dolce Salon, it's getting bought out. I'm not shocked at this price point at all. I fully understand where it's actually is. In fact, Madolche Queen Tiramisu Premium Gold Return the Bling here. First session your minutes are 23, going up to $30 for golds. Man, I remember when me and MSK looked over this and we said that, you could pick it up, it'll probably go up to a couple bucks. It's not a bad dollar investment. Little did we know that how much it would go up. Ultimate Rares, though, first edition, lightly played 120. Very good for a first ed. First ed near mint, 145 going up to about 190. You guys know how biased I am with Madolches. I'd pick this card up. I already have my 3 copies, though. Actually, I've not played Madolches this format because it's just not good. Commons, though, this light play for 12, which is way too much. But 17 then 19, that's crazy. This card should have been reprinted more than Pudding Cess because Pudding Cess is a one of, and I've told people this. I'd rather people pay for the expensive one of than the expensive 3 of, right? Just simple math, right? Machina Metal Cruncher here. Like $12, $13. If you guys are seeing a pattern, by the way, it's that all these Eternity Code Ultras are worth a lot of money. I don't think that, I don't remember the last time we went so long without seeing a core set get any sort of reprint. And with something like Eternity Code, which I told people was an amazing, amazing set. Maybe it was not like Rise of the Duelist amazing, but it was very, very close, right? When it comes to, cards at least people want, right? I'm not shocked at this at all. Toon Dark Magician, coming out of the Dark Illusion. First and lightly played here for about 331, right? You have Spanish Unlimiteds here, but first and minutes are about 450, going up to about $5 here. I always wondered why this card wasn't worth more because it is a Toon card. It says Dark Magician, right? I thought, people really like it, but it's not really played in the Toon strategy, I believe, so possibly that is why. But you have other versions here, like you have, okay, it's not going to show me that, but you have the Mega Pack still about $3. You have the Commons here for $1.50. Speed Dual Decks Millennium, $1.72. Okay, that's some crack. Hey, I told people to get these. Now they're $1.70. I would actually get original Dark Illusion Supers when you can. Sky Striker, kind of ultimate rares. I meant to go over this buyout in my last Mark Watch, but near mints here. Once this one's gone, by the way, from a verified seller, right, legit listing, $30, it goes to 57. So I'm gonna give props to this guy because this was a very dumb buyout. As you guys see, I had mine up here to see if anyone would buy it. No one did, and I suggest you not buy my copy, mind you, because even $30 is a bit to pay for kinda, right? But 30 is at least okay, especially because there's a playset here, so it's not bad. You could pick up for 90, see if you could sell to, right? If you feel like it. But the reason being is this will always be a one of, right? And I don't understand, especially in a deck that's so recyclable, like, Sky Strikers, why was this the buyout? And they completely skipped my girl Kinda here, right? I mean, there's the same girl, but, my girl Kinda. Also, if you guys are wondering why I'm a little disoriented today, my allergies are really bad. I had a long day, but I still want to give you guys this market watch because I don't like going 2 days without uploading, especially because I find these videos not only, fun, but I'm out of school, so I'm just working. I'm having a blast. So this is what you should get. 40, well, except for this seller, it basically starts at about $51. Quickly goes up to about 57 here. I mean, there is 2 pages, but it quickly goes up to about 60, bombing out at 150 on the second page. I would grab this version instead. Vampire Sucker out Flames of Destruction. Now, I actually have this. I have a first end mod play and a first end near mint because for some reason one of the near mints just decided to off itself. First end near mint, $17. Quite a bit actually. I mean, am I shocked? No, I mean, it's a generic good zombie card for Lynx, right? Especially because it has stuff with tribute summoning, right? And with Zombie World, it's pretty easy for you to just tribute your monster. So this kind of acts as a kaiju of sorts, right? Depending on how you use it, right? But you can also target a monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your field and defense, right? And if a zombie monster special summon from your graveyard, you also draw a card, right? So it just gets you a lot of advantage. Very, very good card. I think secrets are good, especially if you're a zombie player. But what I also want to highlight is the ultras with 36 listings. These are $4 now, and these were what, buck? So a lot of players do like playing zombies along with. It is a really cool card. Like I really do love the artwork. Like there was a lot of love and effort put in this card, right? That I could just tell. So I would grab secrets, but if you can grab ultras for like twos or three, maybe possibly threes, but twos, that'd be pretty good as well. Helios, the Primordial Sun World Championship 2006 Ultimate Masters. This was a card that was going to be your 5 cards out of your trade binder, right? This is like just awful Grand Maju. Uh, but these are about, because of the shipping, they're about 470, right? But they're basically $4 or $5 for lightly played. Near mints are about 10, 11. There were about 2.5 pages of this, and I thought, that's good enough to tell you guys to grab your copies. Go for it. And if you guys wonder, I don't have every 5 card that I have in 5 cards out of your trade binder. Sometimes I either don't care about the profit, or I just don't care about having a copy by myself. This is a copy I never really cared about. I have a mod play version from a collection I got like a couple months back that I have somewhere, but that's really it. Turbo Warrior Ultimate Rare, Crossroads of Chaos. So someone told me in my 5 cards I have in your trade binder, or my last Market Watch, I forget, that it would be really cool to go over some of the cards you mentioned in your 5 cards I have in your trade binder. And then I got this really cool idea to maybe do for 1,500 subs, like a nut, or 600 subs, or maybe just a special Market Watch. What if I went over almost every card I had in my 5 cards I have in your trade binder? Now, I would probably do it like of recently, right? I choose a few from like the ones that did better, but I'm not going to go all the way back to the one I did like 2 years ago. So I would do it along with, sometimes I do repeat a card for good reason. So I think these were like $25 when I mentioned first and near mint. Near mints do not count in my eyes, although near mints for $4 or $5 is still very cheap actually for this card. First sets though, first set I'll play 20. Okay, that's not bad. For 110. I can't say I'm surprised. Like, that's the issue. I'll tell you this. I don't know why I said back then. The guy mentioned this in another car I'm going to look over. Correct me, but I definitely did not say anything close to 100. I can tell you that for a fact. Am I shocked? No. Crossroads of Chaos first said very rare, and this is from the anime. I'm not shocked at all, along with, wasn't exactly the easiest card to get. Beacon from the Underworld Collectors, and I told people to get this when they were $28, $30 on presale. I said it was very cheap. It could be a card that's played in the meta again. It has Tour Guide on it, right? Oh, sorry, I have a little indigestion there. First I like play for 40. First I near it for about 47. So this actually, and I like to admit my mistakes here. This actually technically was a fail on my part, and you guys might be wondering, well, why is it? Because you clearly this card went up. What's the issue? I told you guys to get them at 28, and then they dropped at 20s. Recently they climbed to this price point, yes. But at that point of time, there were better things you could make your money on, so it wasn't really as good of a hit, right? Again, I'm human and I make mistakes. But if you bought this car for 28, went to 20, but you didn't care because it was cool collector's rare, and then you kept it, you did make some money here, right? So that is quite good, right? You didn't really double your money per se, but you got about 175%, so not too bad here. Montage Dragon Ultimate Duels Genesis. Someone wanted me to go over this. I actually really like this card. I used it in one of the games, actually, because I really was into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. It can't be spectrumed except by sending 3 other monsters from your hand to the graveyard. Only hand is very specific, but this card's attack is equal to the combined levels of the set monsters times 300, right? So the issue with this is if you set something high, like a level 8, right? That's about 2,400 right there, right? Then you send like 2 level 4s, right? That's 4,800. This could go really high, believe it or not, and it's a fun gimmicky card, but you want me to check first ed. So lightly plates are about 9. Your Mets are 14. That's a lot more than I saw them previously. So if I see something stupid on first eds here, 22. Fine. That's fine. I'm okay with this. Fine. Alright. $36. It's not nice, but fine. I understand. It's Dual Chance's first edition Ultimate Rare. I get it. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon from Stardew Cabaret Reload. Now, I told you guys to get your first and lightly plates around $20 here. And we're actually going to put filters on because I cannot go through all the garbage copies here. Where's our first sets here? Still not here at the $30 mark. Okay. First ed light play, $55. If you got your first eds for 20s, like I told you, congratulations, you won. And like I told you, now obviously this is a new seller, right? Another new seller here, but then you got a verified one that's like over here, you know. A lot of these people who were trying to sell first ed near mids at 250 when first ed light plays were 20 were just ridiculous. Now we see it trickling down and getting a lot closer to the light play. I'm not shocked at all. Glad I actually grabbed my playset a long time ago. Legendary Dragon of White from World Superstars. First edition light plates are 71, first edition are 84. This is a good collector's card. If you have a good job, I personally just don't like this card at all. If I had it, I'd just sell it. I don't even want a personal copy. I really don't like this, and Legendary Magician of Black. We'll see that in a second here. Dark Magician Ultimate Rares, though. Someone wanted to ask me, should I go in on these? You know, what do you think? Because of, you know, Blue Eyes. I'll tell you this, right? And people aren't going to want to hear this about Dark Magician. Dark Magician doesn't sell anywhere close to Blue Eyes, right? I've seen that as a fact, right? Usually, Dark Magician holds about a fifth of the value a Blue Eyes would, right? Just, it's what I've usually seen, right? Maybe it's like 2/5, but it just is what it is. People rather would have Blue Eyes. People like Kaiba a lot, right? Now, first sets, I said if you want to give it at 6, 7, 8, that's fine. First set light play are about 11 today, going up to 12. How much is our first edition near mids, though? That's what I'm kind of curious at. Okay, did I skip a page? Okay. Well, we have a lot of light plays here. It quickly goes up to about 15, but I'm seeing something with first ed near mids that's kind of on some crack. $55. Well, if you got him, good job. I personally have light plays because first ed near mids were like 20s back then, but first ed light plays were like $5. And I was like, I'd rather get a play set. I think I can move them for way more. So if I got first ed near mid, I'll give you guys the math here. I would have had a $30 increase, right? But if I had a first ed light play, right, and I got them for 5, right? Now, excluding right these like last two copies here, they essentially go up to about $14-15, right? So I got the same. The issue is first ed light plays are going to quickly climb closer to the first ed near mints, right? Along with I have my value spread, right? So I could keep a copy of my own that's lightly played, and I have 2 more to sell. That's like the big thing that's really, really cool. Along with one of them's technically near mids, actually. I didn't really see it in my personal eyes as light play. It's probably the copy I'm gonna keep. That's the one cool thing about lightly played, is some people will say it's lightly played and it turns out to be near mid, and some people say it's light play and it turns out to be mob play. That's the part that sucks, but is what it is. Dark Magician Dual Terminal, uh about $15 here, 16, going up to about 19. If you want another good Dark Magician to grab, this is the one, right? And if you guys actually want, I can actually see. I'll actually show you guys something about Blue Eyes here. Uh, okay, I'm gonna have to search it up, sadly. But we're actually just gonna go dual terminal 1 here. And the reason why I'm going dual terminal 1 instead of typing in Blue Eyes is because it's just easier to find. Like lightly playeds are $78. Near mints are about basically it's about $100. Well, actually, these two are very new sellers here, and that's a 95.3. I don't really like that. 103. So yeah, as you guys see, people like their Blue Eyes a lot more than Dark Magician. Legend Magician of Dark World Superstars. First edition near mints, about $60. Not bad. I expect these to keep going up personally, but I'm shocked they haven't thrown them in somewhere again. Dark Magician, the Lost Art promotion. So apparently this is back in stores. I thought they released at the end of the year, but I guess I was wrong. So maybe I'll go hunt them. I'm not too sure. 65 bucks, going up to about 71. Not too bad here. Quickly go up to about 100. I actually want to see something with this. This has the EN019. Okay, so and this has the thick. Okay, so this is the original. That's good. I feel like people are gonna have to actually show pictures now with this card because of what's happening with it. But if you guys want your copies, while they're a little cheaper, I actually would go for it. I still think these Italians are really, really good. I actually personally want to get an Italian for myself. I think that'd be cool. Zodiac Whiptail Ultimate coming out OTS Pack 5. Now, these were like $200, but I knew they'd calm down, and I didn't mention them in the last Market Watch because I just had a lot of cards to go over. Lightly played about 100. Playset here for 100. Very, very good, actually. Near mid's 140, going up to about 225. Listen, if you guys think that Zoo is not good or relevant this format, you have not been playing this format. Zodiac with Zoo is tier 1. That's all I'm going to say. Deck could compete very well. It's my most hated deck of probably one of my most hated decks of all time. Now, I don't hate it on terms of like heroes and all that. I think that this was probably just the most unhealthy deck or unhealthy archetype they've ever released in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. And I'll defend that point to a T, right? Maybe I'll have a video about it actually. Pyramid Turtle from Champion Pack 2. So I want to go over this because I forgot this had a Champion Pack version, right? And I saw it $50. I'm like, huh, that seems very cheap for a Champion Pack holo that had some relevancy. And I looked, and that's actually not the case. There's a lightly played for 500. However, there's a mod play for 51. And then that's even this heavy play for 52. Heavy played's not good, but you compare it to lightly played, and this is something you somewhat expect, right? You expect maybe $100-ish, right? But a mod play for 50, very, very cheap. Just saying. Secret rares though, and this is why the reason I actually want to go over this card. First editions are actually going up in price. About $5 going up to about sevens over here. This card was like $2 originally. It wasn't selling, and then I sold all mine. I'm like, huh, that's suspicious. Hey, I think this version's beautiful. I've always really liked this card. I mean, it's a pyramid turtle. It's a turtle with a pyramid. I just really like this card. It's used in older formats, all that, right? It's a very gimmicky, by the way, decks. It's nothing anything super relevant, but very gimmicky. Number 90, Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. First edition units are $37, go up to $40. I'm noping out of this. This card needs a reprint. They need to look at Battles of Legend Relentless Revenge for the Megatins. Scapegoat Ultimate Rares, 86 go up to about 96. So, am I shocked? Not really. I actually want to look at Book of Moon as well here. We'll look at Champion Pack and we'll look at OTS because I want to have some fun. Ultis about near mints about a little. They're about to touch 100, but not just quite yet. So that's not too bad for ultis. Turbo packs, though, I actually want to take a look at these as well. Near mints are 25. I really suggest getting these turbo packs as well. I think this is a very good investment, especially since it's an ultra turbo pack. They could hit about 100, 200. Book of Moon Champion Pack 1 here. Near mints are about 900. Actually, not awful. Not awful at all. I'd rather get the Ultra Rares, to be honest with you, though. I always didn't really like how this card was worth this much. I just think people are just losing their shit a little too much. There's a sealed Italian one. Alright, so, that's some crack. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna move on. The Grand Spellbook Tower, Abyss Rising. First edition light plays are about 1150. First edition, go up to about the $17-20 mark, and there's no first set near mints, actually, that I see here. So that's actually quite chunky. I'm actually gonna take my filters off for this. I mean, first set mods for about 10-11. That's not good, but this card also doesn't have that many printings. It only has this gold rare, which I got them at like dollars and I sold them at like $2.50, right? Because profit's profit. $4. I mean, people want to play older formats, and this was the only real reprint. Spellbook of Power Ultimate Rares, calming the hell down finally at about $93. That's not good. It's really not, but could be a lot worse. Actually, let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys want to see an Astral Pack Market Watch? Because Astral Pack's going on some crack recently, so that might be the next Market Watch. Spellbook of Secrets, Return of the Duels here. First set light plays 72 here. First set near mints are about $90. Am I shocked? No. I think this card should have been way more for a while. Magician here, probably around. I'm gonna take a guess at 75. First set mod for about 38s, 40s. It's really not that bad. First light plays about 60. First near mints about 80, and there's not too many. People want to play their high rarity prophecy, bro. Spellbook of Fate Ultimate Rare. First edition light plates are 60. First edition near mints are 65. So this is a one of. I think it was limited to one back then. I think it's still limited. I feel like Konami actually forgot about this entire set. Like they really do need to give spellbooks a few more reprints, right? What really bothers me though is that this is still a solo print. First set Nimitz, $20. Like, you should be paying this for one of for an older format. That's crazy. Judgment, right? Tachyon, first edition Nimitz. I want to look at these. $28. Can't say I'm shocked. First set light plays for 16 though. That's okay. Spellbook of the Master here. How much are these? Because these are also getting about first edition. You're meant $30. Once this one's gone, they're basically 50s. So, hey, if you want to pay 60% on a spellbook card, go ahead. There was a bunch of first ed light plays for 15. I held on to this card because I got one for like about $6 for first ed light play. I held on to it for like a few months. I just chucked it somewhere, forgot about it, and I like to do that with my cards sometimes. And I look back, I'm like, it's really not going up, and I sold it. So I guess if I held off for about 2, 3 more months, I'd probably have double or triple my money. Sadly, that's not the case, but I still made money on it, and sometimes that it is what it is. In fact, I actually want to look at the super rares of this. Still 52 cents. All right, I'll tell you guys this. When people start really needing this card for older formats, they're going to look at the super rare. I'm not saying go crazy on it, but if you want a play set with, using McChicken money, go for it. Spellbook Library of the Helosphere. Now, I know a lot of people are buying out old secrets now. It's everyone's, favorite craze right now, which is fine. I'm telling you this. This card's some booty. We'll refresh here. And I would honestly not buy first sets for much money at all. You want like lightly played here for about $1.50, fine, right? Because it quickly goes up to $4 or $5. You want to spend $1 on this, go for it. In fact, it actually has a reprint, which I find funny as a common. Oh man, like this card was really bad, but it looks so good. Prophecy cards are beautiful. If you have 3 or more spell cards in your graveyard, you reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Add any revealed spellbook spell cards to your hand, and shuffle any remaining cards into the deck. You can only activate one spellbook library of Helosphere per turn. You can activate spell cards the turn you activate this card, except for spellbook spell cards. So it's not that this card's terrible, right? The issue is sometimes it's going to be a 1-for-1 per se, right? And you have to have your grave set up for it, right? Now, it can be a +1 at times, or a neutral, right? Which I wouldn't mind because, hey, it could be a +1, it could not be, right? At least it goes neutral. It baits some type of hand trap. Okay, that's fine, or like some type of interrupt. The issue is it locks you in to spellbooks, which that's the big issue I have with this card. This card would have been a lot better otherwise. Deco Talker Ultimators from OTS Pack 6 are not settling the hell down at $60. Don't pay this. Firewall Dragon Code of the Duels here. First edition units are $12.50. I still think these are very cheap. Go up to $15. If you ever want Firewall, get this. Don't get the Ghost Rare or the reprint. Number 39, Utopia Dual Terminal 7 here. Near mints are about $38. Believe it or not, I actually have one of these. I got them when they were $1 because this was like one of the most worthless DT cards. Like, people will call it $1, but it was really 50 cents. And I used it in my Gaga deck at the time. And now I'm using it because I still like to use like Utopia the Lightning in certain strategies actually. So I have my Ulti Lightning. In fact, we're actually going to see Utopia the Lightning Ultimate Rare. Because I actually really like this card. Ultis, 19 listings here. Let's see what this is at. $72, $73, not bad. I mean, I told people to get them at 20s, but, hopefully you listened. In fact, I actually want to see the manga promo of this, because I know it has some type of manga promo. That's very cheap. $2? Okay. I would definitely grab this copy. Number 72, Shogi Rook here. No replay here. It's actually not too bad. Plus, I actually really like Shogi. I just watched a lot of anime. I actually found the game very interesting. But once per turn, you detach both the materials. You target a face-up monster opponent controls in one set. Spell trap your opponent controls. You destroy them. But any battle damage your opponent takes is halved for the rest of the turn. So you basically make this. You pop 2 cards, right? But it's very specific. It's not bad per se, but this card's on its last page. These are about $9, give or take, going up to about 10. There is this 8 copies here, but it is 1 page, so I'd be wary of it. Number 149. Don't never pay this at all, ever, ever. Don't ever pay this. Then the last card is number 7 Lucky Straight. This is a card I covered in a 5 cards out of your trade binder, and I actually really like this card. I have my own personal copy because Fun fact, I actually like Galactic Overlord. It's like one of the first meta sets I came into playing the game, right? I just remember getting this set. I always thought all the cards were really cool. This was when Heretics were a thing. Even though I really don't like Inzectors or the format it was played in. Like, the format was, maybe it's because I was a new player, but I just didn't like Inzector format at all, right? I don't like Inzectors, that's a fact. But I remember pulling an ulti Inzector card and feeling really awesome, right? It was a useless XYZ, though, as an ultimate rare. But it was on my entry pack. I got really, really happy with it. And I remember I also bought like 3, 4 packs with my like allowance back when this set came out. And I pulled one of these actually, and I didn't have sleeves, but I knew that I needed to take care of my cards, right? At that point, I was like 12, 13. And what I did since I didn't have a sleeve is I held it in my hand like this, right? All the way through the mall, right? To make sure, and I held it through my car ride back. Did not get damaged. I told people who got first sets at like 10s, 11s. First set light play here for about 11, well, that's a new seller, but you know, from Trollhaven, by the way. So I'm just gonna skip that. Is that German? I just want to take a look at this. Very, very beautiful. I actually do like German cards as well, but I do prefer Italian. First set light plays are about $12. First set near mids though, what he's gonna run me? 17, but there's it goes up kind of quick, actually. Well, 16. So I think I told people to get these at like 12s or something. So it went up a little bit, but I still think this card has room to grow. I actually also love the episode of Zexal where this was used. If you guys didn't know, Zexal actually picks up after episode 25. Like, I would probably say Zexal post episode 26 is probably better than GX. I know that's going to trigger a lot of people, but GX really wasn't good. Like, especially when you look back on it, like, the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Was great, right? I'm not saying it didn't have some issues, but it was amazing, right? Some of the arcs, you know, felt like way too much filler, right? But original Yu-Gi-Oh! Was so huge that I expected that, especially while growing up. GX just, I like the first season and the second season, but like it goes downhill with every season, in my opinion. It does have moments though. And the duels are very fun actually. Uh, 5D's amazing, right? All throughout, right? And then, you know, Zexal post 25 is good, right? I'm not saying it's like amazing, right? But the second arc with the whole festival, right? I think it's up to episode 45 or something, maybe 50. Awesome. I think that's an amazing arc, right? I would highly recommend that to people who love watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And then the rest is fine. It's pretty good. Like, it has really good parts still after that, right? And some are alright, you know. It's overall a cool-ish series. Just, it's very open-ended on the ending. Uh, and then Arc 5 is probably, honestly, one of the worst things I've ever laid my eyes on. Um, just regret. Vrains was just a 5D ripoff because they saw how many people love 5Ds and they were like, dude, we need to make 5Ds again. And what they decided to do was it's just, it's bad. And then plus there's like this person on Twitter and she always pops up in my timeline where like she's like shipping the two of the characters and they're like 16 or 17, but still like kind of weird of how obsessed she is with it and it's just like really cringy because I've also heard it's more of a stan. And if you don't know what that word means, you know I'm not going to inform you just because you should keep it that way. But you're probably going to Google search it. But you know those people tend to be very cringy and all that. Uh, and then sevens is fun. It's just fun. It's not amazing, but it's fun. And that's all I really have to say. That's my like overall recap. If you guys stayed this long for the video, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're buying cards off TCG Player. Please do not fill link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. Consider being a YouTube channel member, or if you don't want to become a YouTube channel member, by the way, but you still want to donate to the channel in some way, shape, or form. Which remember, you're not obligated to. The fact that you made it this far and you're hearing this message, I already appreciate you so much. There's also a PayPal you could directly donate and give tips. But if you do, just let me know you do in the comment section below because I do want to thank you. And if you guys want me to go over any cards in the next Market Watch, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.